Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another book related video. Today we are doing another TBR video. Today is the April TBR where we're going to play the game Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos. That TBR game was created by Emily. I will leave her information down below. I absolutely love that she is allowing me to use this game and to adjust it as I need for my needs. It's a really fun one and I hope you are enjoying it. So I did go ahead and record the rolling of the dice and picking of the books a couple days early because I needed some shelf space. So if I forget to say something as I'm talking about the books that I said in the picking, that's why. But let's go ahead and play the game and see what I picked. Okay, let's roll to place the easy prompt. That is going to be in spot 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So right here. And now for the hard prompt. That's going to be in spot 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right between these two. And now for the Kindle. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right between these two. And finally for the audio. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that is our setup so far. I do have some backups available depending on what is pulled here. For example, there are 2 starts in this to a new series. So this one here, if that one is pulled, it'll be immediately replaced with the second in the book. This one, same thing. If this one is pulled, it will be immediately replaced in this exact spot with the second book. All the others, if they're pulled, their number changes and I'll add to it at the end. I don't foresee much of that happening though. I don't have to take a challenge pull to start because I did at least half of the previous pulls. So we're just gonna roll for 5. So the first roll is spot number 8. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one I'm very glad is getting pulled in because I am doing this one as a buddy read. This is the Strawberry Patch Pancake House. This I believe is the 4th in the series. Okay, second roll. Oh, what is that? That is 3. 1, 2, 3. This is XCOM 2. This is based on a game. Okay, for our third roll, we're looking at 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have Keep Me by Sarah Kate. Okay, for our fourth roll, it's gonna be 6. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am finally, hopefully, going to start Flawless by Elsie Silver, and this will be my first ever book by her, so I am excited. Let me go ahead and replace that with the second one. I don't have the second one. Do I have the second one? Let's see. Okay, so I don't actually have the second one. I have all the others. So, I do want to put the second one though in the rotation. So I'm just going to use a placeholder as one of the other books in there. So just pretend that that's the second book if that gets picked, okay? Okay. Okay, it is now time for our 5th and possibly final roll. Unless of course we get doubles, then it might not be. Oh my gosh, why did I say that? All right, so it is doubles and it is 6. So let's go ahead and do 6. and then we will pick our challenge prompt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 6 is going to be that second book in this series. It's not this one. I believe it's called Heartless. Okay. Since I picked that, we're putting the third one in, which actually is Powerless. We'll just do another placeholder if we need to. Let me just put my TBR jar as the placeholder for now. Okay, let's see what our challenge is. That's just the thing that says challenge. All right, let's see. Read or DNF. Okay. So this one is whatever book I pick, I'm going to have to read it within this month, or it has to be DNF'd. And for me, that means it has to also for me, that means it also will have to be decluttered from my collection. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna think about that one. Okay, so you have now seen all of the picks, and I am going to talk about the picks pretty quickly. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about them too much because I've not read them, so I don't know much more about them. So this will probably not be in that same order because I did not stack the books in order. I don't know why. Also, if you hear snoring, it is my dog. She is just loving her sleep right now. The Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore was picked, and I'm so excited. This book just released, I think, the middle of March, so just within the last couple of weeks, and I am going to be buddy reading this with a friend who I've been buddy reading all of these books with. So I'm very excited that this got picked because that helps me be able to get more of my pulled TBR done. I'm very excited for this one. Then I picked Keep Me by Sarah Kate, which is one of her newest, I think this is actually her newest book. She did have a book release last month, Gravity, but I'm not considering that her newest because it was a re-release, because it was originally self-published, I believe, and then it was republished last month. So this, I believe, is her newest written book, and I am so excited. I've had this for a while now, and it's been on my radar since before it released, so I'm excited that it's finally been pulled and we'll hopefully get through it this month. This one is a arranged marriage, so this one is a marriage of convenience, and I believe it is set in, is it Scotland? Yes, I believe it's set in Scotland, and it's an arranged marriage, and I don't think it's like an enemy, I don't think it's like a true enemies to lovers. I think it's more of a inconvenienced to lovers. But I'll just have to wait and see. Okay, then I picked this one, and this one's kind of a wild card, I think. So this is XCOM 2 Resurrection, and this is by Greg Keyes. And this, I believe, is based off of the XCOM 2 game. I believe this came after the game. I could be wrong on that, I'm not sure. But XCOM and XCOM 2 are up there in my top favorite games. I first off don't ever finish games. And second of all, I don't replay games that have stories, like, ever. And I have replayed these two games multiple times. In fact, I'm kind of feeling like it might be time again to go back and replay them. I really need XCOM 3, like yesterday. Will that ever happen? Probably not. But these are up of my favorite games, and I was shocked when I found this at a library sale because I had no idea that there was any books. So I am really excited this has finally been pulled. Okay, then I am finally pulling this in and hopefully finally starting this series. Elsie Silver. This is Flawless. I pulled this one and the second book, which I don't actually own. I accidentally bought the final book instead of the second book, thinking it was the second book, and that's why I don't own it. But I pulled both because it's just the chaos that is my life right now, okay? So both this one and the second one, which I will have a picture of, hopefully, or the name of it up here, because I don't remember what it is. Is it Heartless or Hopeless? It's one of those. Anyway, so I am so excited. These will be my very first books ever read by Elsie Silver, which is hilarious because I have almost this whole collection on my shelf, as well as every release book from the Wild Love series on my shelf, and I've not read anything from her. So I'm excited to finally be starting this series, and I'm hoping to maybe do like a reading vlog of sorts, reading through this whole series. I don't know. I'll have to see how that works out. So this one and the second one were also pulled. And then lastly, I rolled doubles, and so that meant that I had to take a challenge prompt. And the challenge prompt that was picked was the read or DNF. And this was such an easy pick for me. And I feel so bad saying that. And I'm just going to say this right now. If you love this book, please do not take offense to what I'm about to say. Okay? We don't all have the same taste in books, and that is okay. So I'm bringing in Icebreaker by Hannah Grace. And if you watched last month's TBR, or if you've watched any of my things on TikTok, or if you've watched some of my older videos here, you've seen that I have had this almost, maybe not since release, but like when it became very, very popular. So I've had this for a while. This was brought into several TBRs. This was brought into several, I'm going to finish it by the end. This was brought into several different things, including being brought into last month's TBR. And last month I did finish at least half of my pulled TBR, so I didn't have to start with the challenge, but this was not one of the books that I actually got to. Every time I go to pick up this book, I am like, okay, I think I might be ready to try a hockey romance. I'm not a sports girly at all. I might like soccer, but I'm not really a sports girly. So like, I don't know why I picked this up. Maybe because there was so much hype. But every time I go to pick this up, I go to start it and I can't even start the first page. I try to hype myself up and read the back. I can't do it. I'm like, this doesn't sound interesting. So I don't know. So that's why, because it has been pulled into a TBR for so long, and I should have read this way long ago, I feel like it's had enough chances. So now it's at the point where I'm either going to read it this month, or it will be DNF'd and decluttered from my home. So, do you think I'm going to read this? Encourage me. If you loved this book, tell me why I should read this. If you didn't like this book and you think this book was a waste of time, tell me why I shouldn't read this and why it should just be given away immediately. Leave the comments down below. So guys, those are the 6 books that I pulled in for the April TBR with this Roll the Dice with a Dash of Chaos. I hope you enjoyed watching that. I hope you enjoyed seeing the books that I am hoping to read. As a reminder, if I do not get through at least half of these books, so at least 3, which should be easy peasy, I will have to start with a challenge prompt. Now, I do have 2 other books that I'm supposed to be reading this month as well, so that's why it might not be as easy, because I have one required for a Fable group that I run, which is the next Brandon Sanderson book, and then I have one that is a buddy read that a friend of mine have been trying to start for months. So we're finally starting it. So it might be a little bit, yeah. So how many of these books do you think I will get through? If you want to know the books that I got through this month and for the whole first quarter of 2025, I will have a video going through all of that very soon. So make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit this thumbs up if you like it, and especially if you've stayed to the end. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Happy reading. Bye-bye.